Good evening, everyone. I was just sitting down to dinner. It's nice of you to join me. Having some rotisserie chicken over rice, mashed potatoes, green beans, and a glass of sweet tea. I thought I'd share Sunday dinners with you guys. So let's have some dinner talk. How was your week? Well, my week went pretty well. It was pretty rainy all week. Didn't get a lot of work done because when it rains, I can't work. My job is I'm a car photographer. I work for a photography company who has contracts with some dealerships around here. And so I do all of my work outside. But, when it's raining, I can't really work outside because it's raining, everything's wet. Photos don't come out that great. So, it's a pretty cool job. I hope your guys' week went well. My week started off, pretty decent. I had Monday off because it was Labor Day. So, I just took the time to just chill at home and do what I wanted to do, which was basically just rest. Tuesday, it was a bit rainy. I got a little bit of work in, but halfway through the day it started to rain. Wednesday and Thursday, it was the rainy days, and I didn't get any work in. I'd get there, and about an hour into it, it'd start raining. So, what can I do? Friday, I did worked the full day, got some work in. And I was going to work this Saturday, but Saturday was like the worst day of all. It was storming. It was pretty bad. But, it's supposed to be looking up this week coming up. I hope you all have had a good week yourself. Hope you all had a good weekend. And you're enjoying your Sunday dinner as well. I've been working on some new music. Getting some things recorded. Got some videos that I'm editing now. Some cover songs. So those will be uploaded pretty soon. Really? That's interesting. Let's put a little bit of mood music on. Just some chill music to enjoy each other's company. Marilyn Manson, if you're a fan or not, he just put an album out. I actually listened to it. It's pretty good. Pretty good album. If you're into that kind of music, I myself do like it. So yeah, I've been working on some loopers on BandLab, figuring out how to work those and make some pretty neat sounds, pretty neat stuff. Maybe incorporate it into my own music. I've got a lot of projects working on BandLab right now, and with BandLab I'm able to collaborate with people from like across the world because it's an app. And, all you got to do is have the app. And you can basically collab with anyone's project. Which I'm actually working with my brothers right now. Got them helping me make my songs sound better. So yeah, things are starting to look up a little bit for myself. I'm I wouldn't say I'm not depressed, but I'm not in a bad place. So that's also good. Some other interests of mine. I'm actually a very, I guess you would say, I like to read a lot of books. I just finished reading Android's Dream of Electric Sheep. That was a really good book. I'm really interested in sci-fi, so anything science fiction, I'm usually on top of. I've always, when people always ask me, what books do you suggest? Sci-fi and fantasy are the two books that I like to read. The Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan. That book series was like 16 books long. Each one well over 500 to 600 pages. I think the longest one was 1,300 pages. That was a pretty good series, and it started in the 80s and ended like probably maybe 10 years ago or so. It ended a while back because he had actually died before it finished the last book, and they had to bring in a ghostwriter who got his notes and ended up splitting all of his notes into 3 separate books. So it was pretty good. From the looks of it, though, looks like Amazon is making a TV show based upon it. I've been keeping up with that, and it looks okay. I haven't seen any footage of it. I've only seen the actors that they've cast. But I'm hoping that they don't mess the books up, because those books were basically some of my favorite books. Some other books I also like to read are The Forgotten Realms. Anything by Timothy Zahn as well. He's one of my favorite authors. Forgotten Realms, like I was saying, Dritz Erden, he's one of my favorite characters throughout the series. He was an inspiration for me jumping into playing some Dungeons and Dragons. Being a drow, 2 swords, being a ranger. It's kind of my staple whenever I jump into it. Some other RPGs I also like, Cyberpunk. I like playing that. I like reading about it. I like running it. I like the whole concept of cyberpunk. Futuristic world, implants, cyber implants, stuff like that. So, I really don't care if I get a copyright strike with all this music I'm playing. It's just nice to enjoy, I guess, digital company, people joining me for dinner. Hope you're all having good days out there. It's pretty dreary and rainy today. But that's supposed to let up. It's supposed to be a nice week coming up, which means I'll have plenty of work. Because I got to catch up on all the locations that I work at. Didn't get a lot of work in, so it's a lot of backlog that I'm gonna have to catch up on. But that's work, and I enjoy it. It's fun. I wouldn't say it's simple, but it's pretty easy life work. And there's a lot of stuff that's involved in it, but it's something that I know how to do, and it's pretty cool. Probably pretty weird that you're just watching a video of a guy talking about things, eating dinner. Not a lot of people during this pandemic are able to enjoy dinners with their family, relatives, especially on Sundays. So it's something that's hopefully something you can kind of tune in, hang out, have your dinner as well. Eat your dinner and we'll talk about stuff. Speaking of Cyberpunk, they're supposed to be releasing it, Cyberpunk 2077, for the PS4 and Xbox One, or I'm not sure. I don't keep up with the Xbox that much. I'm a PlayStation person myself, but it's hopefully going to release in November. And hell, maybe I'll have a PlayStation by then, and I'll be able to play it. It's actually one of the only games I've been looking forward to. That and the Final Fantasy VII Remake. But of course I'll need a PlayStation to play those. This year's been pretty rough. Been a pretty hard year. I mean, not just for me, but for the whole world. I've gone through a lot. Started something on YouTube here, so maybe that helps a little bit. Third Bill and Ted movie came out. That's a fun movie. I grew up watching the Bill and Ted movies. They were a big inspiration on me musically, and I get a lot of my vernacular from them and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, of course. I'm a born California kid. I didn't really grow up there, but the culture kind of just stuck with me. Culture and attitude. Even though I grew up in Alabama mostly, I still always got that from people. Hey, you sound like you're from the West Coast. You sound like you're from California. I'm like, yeah, I am. Although a lot of people, for some reason, would say, you look like you're an islander. Like you're from Polynesia or Hawaii or something. I'm like, well, maybe it's just because I'm fat. Who knows? Let's see, where are we at? Hope you're enjoying your dinner. Just comment below what you guys are having. I don't have a stove, so everything I cook has to be microwaved. So basically, everything's pre-cooked and I just heat it up. So those mashed potato cups, chicken in a bag, rice cups, vegetables, usually come in a can anyway. Thank you for stopping by. Next Sunday, maybe we'll have dinner again. We can talk about our week. Talk about things that are going on in our lives. Like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell. And always remember to rock on. In the epic words of Bill and Ted, party on and be excellent to each other.